Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to chat with you guys about my 12 very best savings tips. Let's get started and talk about it. The reason I'm bringing this up is these saving tips are for people that don't want to feel deprived. Many times when people think that they're living a frugal lifestyle and they have to save money, that they have to give up everything they love. They can no longer go out to eat or go have a coffee. That is not true. You can spend money on what is important to you, and everyone's journey is different. Just like if you're going on a life eating plan, just because you want to maybe lose some weight doesn't mean you need to give up all your favorite foods. The same thing goes with frugal lifestyle. Today I'm going to share with you my 12 tips. And these tips are for anyone, and if you don't want to feel deprived and you want to enjoy your life in a balanced way, these tips are for you. The first one is, and I just recently did a video on it, but I think it's really important, treat your savings like a bill. It's so important to save money every month. That helps you to not go into debt or further into debt, and it's so wonderful, especially if for loss of income. If you got laid off, you've got some money. I've known of folks, for example, that had a car payment, and let's say their car payment was $500 a month. Well, once they get done paying that off, where does that $500 go? And a lot of times they end up just spending it instead of setting it aside and putting that money away for their next vehicle, or maybe use it for something else rather than a car. But it's really important to treat your savings like a bill. Number two, multiple streams of income. Be open to ways of saving or making and saving money. I know that I could learn more skills. I do have 3 main streams of income. I have other little ones, and I always am open to doing more, but there's only so much time in a day. I'm sure you guys understand. But having more than one stream of income. Number 3, and I just started doing that this year, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not enjoying it, but I do think it's good for me, is tracking how much you spend. Because you're going to say, whoa, I didn't realize I spend this much on this category. It's eye-opening. But I added another column. It's called the buyer's remorse column. And it's anything that you just didn't have a piece about. Keep track of those items. And you're going to find that maybe you see a pattern somewhere. And that's what I'm doing for this year is anything. It could be a small item or bigger item. What item did you not have a piece about? Okay, number 4, do fun little challenges. Low spend, no spend. You know, you could get really creative. Have a game night at your house. There's all different kind of fun money challenges that you could do, and that helps you save even more money. You can make it like a game. Okay, number 5, do a budget audit. Look over your budget and say, what areas can I tweak to make it work better for our family? That could be you look at services. Hey, are we using all the services? Are we spending enough money on groceries? Or are we buying a lot of convenience foods? Where are some areas that I can tweak where I can save a little bit more? Okay, number 6, and I do this all the time. Let's say that you do want to treat yourself. You're at the store and you want one of 2 things. It could be a grocery or non-food item. We'll say it's a beauty item and you're like, gosh, I really would love to have this eyeshadow. It's not a need. Or I'd really love to have this perfume. And you have money for both, but you're like, you know what? I really want to save money. I love both these items, but you play a this or that game. You get this or that. I do that all the time, and that really cuts down on spending. Number 7, you treat your house like a store. Many times when we declutter, we go through our things, we find things we haven't used. So let's say it's a bread maker you haven't used in a while. You're like, let's take that out, look up some recipes on YouTube, and make a fresh loaf of bread. And then that way you don't have to go buy it. You probably have the ingredients at home. That would be just an example. Look through and see what you actually really have. I think a lot of times, like I always say, it's out of sight, out of mind. Things are hidden and we don't even know what we have. Okay, number 8, and I say this one too, put one item back. Before you get up to the register, whether it's grocery or non-grocery, look in your cart and see, is there something I can actually put back on the shelf? Okay, number 9, you guys know I have my smartphone. I downloaded the Libby app. Your library may have something different. I am open to buying books, but I want them to be a keepsake. I've read over 80 books in a year, and I really enjoy using the Libby app. I can also, through the library, take free classes as well. You can do the video format, or you can actually take classes where you answer questions and do worksheets and things. So the library has all sorts of free services depending where you live. Number 10, this is really important. Only buy what you really love. Example, if you need a new pair of shoes and let's say they cost $150, they last you a couple years, but they're really comfortable, but you're like, gosh, they've gone up now to $190 and I just can't see spending that. And so you go buy a cheaper pair and your feet hurt. Spend money on what you love and cut back on the unnecessary things that don't bring you that much joy. Hey, I'm still learning that because I've wasted a lot of money on cheaper things and not been happy with it. Number 11, remember this is your journey. I always say this and I still end up comparing myself. We are not comparing ourselves out with others. There are people that will come up to you, and I've had this happen to me on YouTube and other places. They'll say, wow, you're way too frugal. You're not even enjoying life. But most of the time I get the opposite. You're not frugal at all. You spend way too much money to be frugal. It doesn't matter if other people think we're frugal or not. We have to find what works for our family and live by those values and rules. Okay, number 12, the last one, communicate. The reason I put the word communicate, I've known of many people that have felt obligations when it comes to spending money, except during holiday times. If you are on a lower income and you just don't have that money, but yet maybe you've got family that maybe they make more money and so you feel like you have to chip in, communicate this with family and friends. Many people might actually appreciate it. Don't feel obligated to spend money you do not have. Keep communication open because at the end of the day, I told you guys I saw this shirt. This woman had her finger in front of her lip and she was going shh, and it said below it, if you don't pay my bills. And it is so true. It is your financial journey. Nobody is paying your bills. Nobody's paying our bills. So we have to decide what works for us. These are 12 of my best savings tips. I want to hear in the comments below, what are some of your very best savings tips? We're all going to have something different. I want to hear from you in the comments below. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.